This podcast is part of the Loosely Connected Network. Visit www.thelooselyconnected.com for more great podcast networks, Twitch streams, YouTube channels, and more.
Loot Crate. Do you know what Loot Crate is?
Yes, I do, Tony.
Okay. Can you tell us what it is?
Pretty much once a month, we get a box or a crate, and it's filled with random goodies, themed goodies to be exact. And I don't know what the theme of it for. Is it for November, right? Because it's end of the month already.
I'm not sure. I think it's still going with the Halloween theme stuff right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what was the theme for? Let me look it up actually.
So next month's theme is up now. So next month is laboratory. So, let's see. Laboratory. Some truths can only be found under a microscope. Countless experiments in our laboratory have yielded a collection of cutting-edge gear that exists beyond morality. Are you ready to take the next step? Yeah, that's what it is. So, the stuff in this... Was it this month? Is it this month? No, that's next month. That's November.
That's November.
Let's see. I think it's like Westworld and other stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Westworld, Better Call Saul, that makes sense. BioShock, and then it says plus more. So, yeah. So if you guys want a subscription of Loot Crate, then you guys can use promo code NTFTTPod for 10% off.
I love Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love Power Club.
No time for time travel.
All right, welcome to... I was going to say welcome to Loot Crate, and we are not Loot Crate. I mean, welcome to the No Time for Time Travel podcast, where we're a podcast for nerds by nerds. My name is Tony, and joining me this week all the way from Sweden is Quoc.
Hello again.
Yes, again, since you were just on the show last week.
Yeah.
So we're a podcast where we discuss a topic that you guys suggest as the topic of the episode. And this week we actually have two kind of random topics. One is suggested by the Monster Closet podcast. And they say, what's next for open world games now that Red Dead Redemption 2 has raised the bar so significantly? And then Judge Greg says the scariest topic that he can think of is how to manage cord clutter. You know, cords being cluttered and stuff.
Oh, that's actually pretty scary.
Yeah. In honor of Halloween, that's a very scary topic. And also, by the time this episode gets released, it's going to be your birthday, right?
Did we release on Thursday?
Well, it'll be released on Monday next week, but that's going to be near the end of October. But by the time that week releases, your birthday will be on the 1st of November.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, future me.
Yes. And you can listen to your previous person and your previous self.
Yeah. It's like this diary where you write to yourself like 10 years from now or something. It's like, dear future me.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that you do this and this and this by this time.
And then you read it and you're like, man, young me was stupid.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that now. Thanks, thanks, past me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny when I say young me, and then I realized I know a person in my class that is named Young Me. Like that's an actual name.
Is as in first name and last name?
No, it's a first. It's a 2-syllable first name.
Oh, so it's Korean.
Yes, it is actually. Anyway, before we get started with the topic, though, how have you been doing?
Good. Yeah. I think it's been weird. Like this past 2 weeks has been good at the same time tiring. I got into playing Maple Story 2.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And then I got Tana to get into it as well. So he's playing in the Euro server.
Wait, why are you playing the Euro server? Oh yeah, to play with you.
Yeah, pretty much. But at the same time, it's like my sleeping schedule has been kind of weird, messed up. Like my body's been waking me up really early, like 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning early.
3 in the morning?
Just, sleeping at like 10. Like
right now, just now, you were like, you messaged me at like, you were 3 a.m. or something?
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck are you?
4 a.m.
Yeah. Why are you messaging me like now? Like, You should be asleep.
I should be, but I woke up at 3. And I'm like, okay, I feel good. I'm going to get up now. I look at my clock, and I was like, and it's 3. I'm going to lie back in bed. And then an hour later, I was like, it's only been an hour. Still not asleep yet. But I'm pretty energetic. I just don't know what to do.
So what have you been trying to do to like just pass the time then when you wake up early?
Play games.
I see. So Maple Story?
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny because like this time is like the time that my friend Tana who lives in Texas right now. It's like the perfect time where he comes home from work, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm awake. I don't know what to do. I finished exercise and everything. I have like 2-3 more hours until I have to go to work.
Oh, okay.
So you guys all play, and then he's on. I was like, oh yeah, we can play together.
Yeah.
So funny and stupid. And I really want to sleep, but I can't.
I forgot. Is Maple Story like an RPG or something?
Yeah, it's an online RPG, and then now with like the newer one, the old Maple Story is in 2D, like a side-scrolling platform-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But with the 3D version, the newer version is in 3D, kind of like isometric. It's for me, it feels like a lot like Diablo, but like a cuter version.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it's fun, and it's made to be really casual.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like the original. And I think they're doing it really well because Tana, he is more of a casual player.
Mm-hmm.
Where he just like could spend like a couple minutes here and there. He doesn't really want to. It's not like League of Legends. He will play it with us as a team and stuff, but he wouldn't like really want to play it. He would play stuff that's more just like, okay, it's a little bit of time, gonna play a little bit here and there, and then just do some stuff like farming, fishing, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool that Maple Story has the option for casual players who just want to go in, take care of the farm, kind of like Farmville sort of thing, but progress as a whole in character. And you could do dungeon runs with your friends every now and then.
So it's
more than one way.
Is it like kind of like The Sims, but not like you're controlling your character more or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like Animal Crossing. I never played it, but I see things like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now
it's free.
Yeah, I know Maple Story is known to be free, and then now I'm like thinking maybe I don't want to play it because it's so open world.
It's not that open world-ish, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, actually, let me rephrase. I don't want to play it because it sounds like a lot of things will take time, and I don't have much time. So, yeah, I don't know.
No, it's totally fine. It's like, but I think that's why it appeals to like the casual players as well. Is if you go in, you do just a little bit here and there for like 15, 20 minutes.
I wonder if like if like I could just play it without any long-term goal, but just like spurts of like random play.
Yeah, no, you could try if you want. Because I do know like, okay, Tony, I think there's something that might appeal to you. Mm-hmm. So they have, you know how like in games there's like emotes and you could do stuff like dances and certain things and performance, that sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in like this game they have like casual stuff where it's like the character can farm, can go fishing, and then play music. And the cool thing about this is it's very customizable. Mm-hmm. So you can actually do your own music in MIDI form.
Yeah.
And then upload it onto the game stuff.
Yeah.
So you can actually there's like an option to play music or something. Like the character will take out a guitar or drums or just a piano and start playing a soundtrack. But that soundtrack could either be something that you customly made or like you got from the internet, and it's pretty cool because you see like you go to town and you hear people playing like a whole bunch of anime theme songs.
Wait, so this is like something you could actually upload and then your character plays this online so other people can hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start this game like really soon then.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. And you can like the thing about it is like it has option where you craft music sheets so that you can the music sheet is pretty much just like each one's like a soundtrack.
Yeah.
So it could be like a 1-minute soundtrack or something, or like a 100 or 1,000 character or 5,000 characters for the for piano MIDI or whichever instrument MIDI.
Does it have a limit? Is that the limit?
It has more, so it has like tiers. So let's say like if you, which I think is pretty smart. Let's say you can craft your own piano sheets, right?
Yeah.
So like there's like a tier, there's like the bronze tier where it's only 1,000 limit. But it's like, I want to make like I want to play something longer. So there's like a silver thing where it's like it's 5,000 characters, and then you just have to level it up. And then you have another one where it's like, okay, I could upload one like maybe 10,000. I haven't seen more than 5,000 yet. So I don't know.
So here's the thing. So you said you could also like play with your friends and do like little missions and quests, right?
Yeah.
And like maybe level up or something. So while you're playing, let's say I'm part of your team, right? And you and Tana, right? We just go on the quest. And then can I just stay like right behind you two and then start just playing epic music while you fight?
Yeah, you actually can.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now I really want to play that.
And the good thing about it is like you can just, it also levels you up.
Really?
Yeah. Because doing like performances and like fishing and all that extra stuff is one way of earning experience. It's not as much as like fighting or grinding, that sort of thing. But it still progresses pretty slowly. And it's pretty good alternative, I think. Because it makes you feel like you're not just playing it and you're not catching up with your friend. You're still doing something. You're still catching up, but it's just at a slower level. So you can learn, like, I think Tana was telling me, like, so he had the thing where, normally when you hit play, it'll play one whole soundtrack or like one whole song, and it's roughly like 1 minute long or something.
Yeah.
But there's an option for like auto performance. Which pretty much it just says it will just keep playing this on loop over and over for X amount of time, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 30 minutes, hour, that sort of thing. And he told me like I was telling him as jokes like, hey, you have like, by the time I wake up, you better be like 2 levels higher. And then he told me like, oh yeah, so he went to sleep and he was just doing like auto performance and playing piano for like overnight. And then he woke up and he leveled up to 2 levels.
Wow.
So it was pretty funny, but it also gave some pretty cool perspective. Like it's slow because it's an AFK sort of thing, but it's just funny that it's you could do that.
But so was that something that he got like is it like was it built in the game, or is that something he did on the side that kind of was like a glitch or a workaround?
Oh, what do you mean by something he would do on his side?
Like, did he have some kind of like macro for his keyboard that made the character play on the loop, or was that something that it's built in the game where you can actually just have the option to do that?
Yeah, it's something that's built in the game that you actually do that on a loop.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah. So I technically can just leave my computer on 24/7 with playing the same song over and over. Yes,
but the thing is, you need vouchers for that.
Wait, what do you mean vouchers?
So normally you would have to do it manually. Like you have to put the thing in and then press play, or like have the press play, and then after then it stops. But then in the game it has option to like auto performance and stuff like that, right? And they have like vouchers, like 30-minute auto play vouchers, 1 hour 30 play vouchers. You can those items are given to you. From random events sort of thing, so you get them pretty easily. But if let's say you want to put it on for an extended 3 hours or something like that, then you have to, there's like a in-game it's like a side in-game currency that you either can get more from random events happening in the game, or you spend real money to extend it, or to buy those currency.
I see. So it's kind of like RP for League of Legends.
Yeah, it's like League of Legends RP sort of thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, speaking of League of Legends, I still haven't been able to install it because I don't have enough space on my hard drive. So I haven't gotten back into that yet. But yeah, okay, cool. I'll probably look into MapleStory No, like that music part, especially the part about custom MIDIs, interests me a lot because, back when I did a lot of transcription and arrangements for piano songs, based off like video game music and, popular music or rock songs, stuff like that. I still have all of them, and they're all in my sheet music format and MIDI format.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's why like when I saw that, like just like in the I guess the play-ish sort of thing, like, or like the gameplay. Yeah, and I was like, Tony would really like this.
Yeah,
like Tony would definitely like this because I know like you work in before you were in Fruity Loops, right?
Yeah, but I didn't use Fruity Loops for my piano stuff. I used what was it? Finale. Finale is like a piano transcription. You actually write sheet music into that program, and then that outputs it into MIDIs as well.
Oh,
so like all my stuff, like like the Mortal Kombat theme on the piano, or Fall Out Boy songs on the piano, or the Linkin Park songs on piano, right? All of those, I have sheet music for them because I created them. And as extra feature in the program was that it outputs it as a MIDI file, so that I can play it back with whatever instrument I want, right? So I have all those MIDI files, and I'm pretty sure if I get MapleStory 2, the first thing I'm going to do is load all of those MIDI files in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. I'll send you the link of how they do it.
All right.
And yeah, I think going back to MapleStory, I thought it was really smart of what they did of like customizable stuff, because people can customize the shirt to their own design if they want, or like outfits, I guess. So they're just like purely cosmetics where they can, and they don't add stats value or anything.
That's cool.
But it's like you can actually design your own shirt logo or pants sort of thing. And I guess like that's where it's more appealing for casual players or like just everybody. It's like if you want to do you like doing designing, that would be awesome. And then it's similar to the sheet music thing that they have for the piano or for the music portion, but it's with like a shirt template, a pants template, that sort of thing. So at most you'll get them from randomly, or you could buy it from other people, or you just use real money to buy more templates to make you more stuff.
That reminds me of the major customizations that wrestling games always had when they had your create a wrestler. I remember playing WWE SmackDown and spending hours and hours just on the character creator, because you can trick the system into like making your own custom designs and then create like really crazy like superhero stuff. But I remember it took me like maybe like 4 or 5 hours for a very customized single character. And then the way that you're describing this makes me feel like I'm probably going to end up doing the same thing with this game.
Yeah. But it's but at the same time I feel it's like a productive way. Yeah, just because you're actually it's a game, but it feels like you're being productive.
Well, yeah,
like you're actually doing something towards a goal of being creative.
But not only that though, because then the people online can see your result, because the old wrestling games, when you do that, it's only you that see the result, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of like, was it Steam Workshop, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, kind of. Cool. So that's mostly what you've been doing?
Yeah, it's been taking over my life. It's horrible.
Okay. Have you been doing anything else? Like, I don't know, eating?
No.
All right.
No, I've been doing everything fine. It's just like my sleeping schedule lately just been pretty out of whack, and I don't know why. It's just like my body wakes me up early, and I'm like, damn, I just want to sleep. I can't.
Damn. Okay. Let's move on to the news. We have a few news items this week. One of the things that was interesting was, the show Gotham. It's on its last season right now. They released images of their version of Bane. Do you want to look at that up and just tell me what you think?
Gotham Bane?
Yeah, Gotham Bane. I mean, I already have like an immediate thought when I saw that. I want to see what you think, if you had the same idea.
Look at Bane. Well, it's not loading.
Let me see if I can find a picture and send it to you. Hold on.
Yeah. Sound like a pig, but I don't know if that's the right one.
My computer's pretty slow right now because my ice pack has melted and my computer's starting to warm up.
Oh, okay.
I hear a lot of
I
type.
think I saw one, but see, Gotham. Try again. It just looks like okay, never mind. The whole scene that looks a lot different. Okay. Is it this one, Tony?
I don't even know because nothing's loading from my screen right now.
The one oh you didn't get a message on GChat?
Let me open on my phone. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Is that a good picture of it, or is that?
That's a decent picture of it, but yeah. What do you think?
For some reason, my first thought was Conan O'Brien.
What? Conan O'Brien? Why?
Maybe it's just because like it was like the background, like the red background and everything.
Oh, and his hair is in a curl.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, Conan O'Brien with me looking mean."
Huh? I didn't think about that, but now I can't unsee it.
Right? But did you see it? Let's see. Conan O'Brien. I want to get out and make sure.
Are you looking up a Conan O'Brien and then putting it side by side?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna send you this picture. But just imagine, just cover the lower part of his mouth so he's not smiling. Because then
Okay.
that's.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Bane is Conan O'Brien now.
But then it's just like he looks mean all the time.
Yeah. Well, so I initially thought Bane's design in the new Gotham show looks like a Mortal Kombat character, like Scorpion.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of that too just now. Yeah.
Yeah, like Scorpion mixed with the Bane from the movie.
Huh.
Yeah, kind of like that. If you actually see his whole body shot, like his costume is in the same design as like a ninja costume from Mortal Kombat, but then in the middle part of it, it's cybernetic like a Terminator. So it's
Oh, that's cool.
it's like Terminator, Mortal Kombat Ninja, Conan O'Brien.
That's pretty cool.
Man, I didn't realize how big of a forehead Conan O'Brien has. Especially in that picture you sent me. The heck, it's almost like there's a tan line on his forehead. You see that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's see, what other news item do I have? Wonder Woman got delayed, and is being pushed back to the same day that it got released in the past, like 3 years exactly. So that's cool. Avengers 4 casted someone new. The Joker will show up in Gotham season 5, which is the last season. Boba Fett movie is reportedly dead now. Let's see. Venom. Venom got made more money. It's like about 500 million now. So it's already 500 million worldwide, and it's not even been released in China and Japan yet.
Oh wow.
Was it Japan?
That's a lot.
500 mil? Yeah, the movie was a 100 mil budget.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, they already made like 5 times the budget.
Wow. That's surprisingly a lot.
Yeah, especially like it's a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and it's made by Sony, which doesn't really have historical good method of dealing with those characters.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious now. How much did Sony in the past make from those movies, and how much did they spend? Like the ratio?
I think the spending was a lot more. Like, let me look up the last one they did. The last one they did by themselves before they worked with Marvel was Amazing Spider-Man 2. So let me see.
How did they do? I wonder. You don't have to know, but I'm just curious.
So it was the budget was like almost 300 mil,
Okay.
and then the box office total after the complete run was 700 mil.
Oh wow, that's not much at all.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about the ratio, Venom already did better than that.
Yeah.
And they still have, they're still running and they still need to be released in 2 more countries.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, man, it reminded me of, what do you call it? Paranormal Activities.
Uh-huh.
It's like the low budget end of Marvel films that end up doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah, how much? I remember it was a ridiculous amount that Paranormal Activity made.
They spent like less than it's like 30,000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like 30,000, and they made like a couple millions already.
The first one was 15,000.
Oh, 15,000. Oh, really? I thought it was 30. That's more than that.
No. So the first movie was filmed. I remember reading about this, that it was filmed, and a lot of the equipment was the director's own equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And then he shelled out his own money for a lot of things. So it was 15,000. And then the box office return was 193 million.
Shoot.
That is crazy.
Yeah. You know what it kind of reminds me of, though? It kind of reminds me of the lottery.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if each lottery ticket is like $1 and you spend and you buy 15,000 of it,
yeah,
you're bound to win hopefully once, and you make that much back.
Yeah, I know. But only if everything's different.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I just did the math, dude. It's like 1,200% of its.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It was
I mean, good on them though. I think that's how film should try to be ran at.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Venom didn't look too appealing.
Mm-hmm.
So, or anything like that. But I mean, there are people who are willing to go and watch it, or that might be something they like. But at the same time, it forces the people to be a little bit more critical about what they do with a budget, rather than just spend all that stuff on random effects and have no real story point and doesn't make it work.
Yeah. And then actually the action scenes in Venom weren't even that great. There was action, but it was not very well done CGI. It was not bad.
Yeah.
But you could tell it was the budget,
Yeah.
It made it up with some funny moments, I think. So
yeah. Oh, definitely. I think it just reminds me of Pixar back in Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is for listeners who don't know, Pixar, it was the early stage of 3D animation, and they don't know how to do realistic textures like we have now. So everything looked very plasticky.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of for them, it's working within the limitation. There's we can only do plastic looking things, or everything we do will look like plastic. So why don't we make something about toys?
That's true.
So it's
That's
toys are
good.
plastic, and that they use it to their advantage.
Uh-huh.
So working with that limitation. I mean, there's Andy and everything too, but you don't really see much of them.
Yeah, you only see their feet sometimes.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's the toys, and you don't get thrown off by these things are weird because they're not realistic texture or anything like that. But it's toys. It's in the late 90s, early 2000, mid 2000s ish, right? Early 2000.
I don't remember.
But anyways, they made it work with the limitation and focused more on the story, and it grew to be pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good that they did that.
Yeah,
playing to their advantage. So
yeah. So people should just play with and use limitation as I guess kind of a way of thinking outside the box.
Well, I don't know if you know, but that's what happened with Deadpool too, the first movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you watch Deadpool, the first one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At the very last scene, then they were at the aircraft carrier, and then they were fighting and stuff, but it was mostly hand to hand, and it's because Deadpool forgot his guns. Remember that? They packed up.
Forgot his guns in real life, or then
No, in the movie.
Oh,
they were all
packing
up and then getting ready with the duffel bags of the guns to go to the last fight. And then he said, "Oh, damn it, I forgot the guns," or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
that was written in because they didn't have the budget for an epic gun battle at the end.
Oh.
They purposely did that because they didn't have enough money. The studio didn't allow them enough budget to film what they wanted to for the final showdown.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's smart.
yeah. And actually, I think it ended up better because I wouldn't want a gunfight like that. So
yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that at all.
Yep. All right. Do you have any other news items?
No.
Okay.
Topic of the episode.
I guess we can move on to the topic of the episode. Okay, so the topic of the episode, again, was suggested by two groups. Two people. Monster Closet Podcast suggested that we talk about, what's next for open world games. And then Judge Greg talks about managing chords. So, yeah. Let's talk about open world games first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so what's next?
Well, they was talking about how... So Red Dead Redemption, I haven't seen any of the trailers or know any of the IP, by the way. So I don't relate to it as much, but I guess it's open world.
Yeah, it's like a GTA in the West.
Okay. I'm trying to think. What is it that did you play Red Dead Redemption 1?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we're pretty bad to explain this, but to make the comparison, because I'm trying to see what it is about Red Dead Redemption that makes it fun or that pulls people in.
I am on an IGN article right now that talks about Red Dead Redemption 2's first 4 hours. The open world just evolved.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it say about evolving?
It's such a long. Oh my gosh! It's such a long article. There's a stunning world to explore. Okay. I don't know. It's not organized. This is why I don't like IGN articles that much, because they don't organize their thoughts very well. Let's see.
Okay. So my thing is this any different from Zelda Breath of the Wild?
See, that's what I'm curious about too, because I thought that was the biggest evolution of an open world there ever was.
Yeah. And aside from the theme of because I know there's been open world stuff like GTA, but it's not, from what I've gathered, it didn't seem really story driven.
Oh, this one's heavily story driven.
Okay. So, but I'm saying when Breath of the Wild came out, that seems heavily that seems to be very story driven.
Yeah.
But with extra side quests and stuff like that, making it open world. And then I don't know how this is different because I haven't played or seen any of the trailers.
All right, so let me see. I'm reading a different article from The Verge right now, and they're talking. Oh yeah, I did hear about this. The horses. So I know that you can name your own horse because I saw that on tweets. Some people were like, "What would you name your horse when you get Red Dead 2?" Let's see. It's a comforting feeling that you have a very trusted ally one call away. Now I'm thinking about that one song. What was that song? One Call Away.
Oh, yeah. Only one call away. I'll be there to save that one?
Yeah, that one. Let's see. Red Dead 2 is, there's a lot of horses prominent. You can steal horses. You can find a huge range of animals to befriend. But it doesn't make you feel less connected to your own horse. Okay, so they're not just nameless animals. I guess giving your horse a name, being able to name it yourself, makes you have a stronger connection to it.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then they said that the horse actually feels more lifelike. So, the horse that likes you will run faster and be less scared and have more stamina, and be able to hear your whistle further away. And then you can build your relationship with the horse, over time. And then it kind of just increases, kind of like a real pet. You actually have to feed it, brush it, or just pat it. Oh, interesting. And then they go into several paragraphs about the different beards you can have. Yeah. I don't know if you care about that. Beards. Custom beards.
I'm trying really hard to find out why people like this game right now. Because it seems like exactly what you said.
What?
GTA in the Wild West.
Yeah, but it's like a very story-driven one.
Okay, no, I'm not thinking about that, but I'm just trying to, because they say like, oh, it's revolutionary open world. I'm trying to figure out what's making it revolutionary right now.
Well, the thing that I'm reading about the beards is that it's you can customize your beard a lot, and it's only cool in this kind of setting of a game because you do things like you may rob banks, or you may play as a bank teller, or you may be like a sheriff and whatever it is. So you would customize your beards to play the part. So I guess that's more important for this type of setting. Let's see. Okay, and then I guess in Red Dead 2, you can actually take baths, and it's an interactive bath. So you actually have to control your character taking a bath. You have to push different buttons to wash different body parts.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the end of this article.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So I'm gonna. This is just judging from the article, solely from the article. So I might be completely wrong, and the listeners might bash on me, but it doesn't sound very revolutionary.
Well, I'm on this other I'm on this other article. It's like a wiki guide, and it's like the things to do first when you have Red Dead 2. Okay. One of them is don't explore. Let's see. While the first few hours are more about introducing you to characters and mechanics, there are a few things you should know before taking control. Don't leave your first camp. The weather outside your shelter is too harsh to survive in. And then there's another one that says steal from the dead. So you can, let's see, money is a resource. And then another one's bring a jacket. You have to actually have a jacket to keep warm. You have to find your horse that's very loyal. Weapons, yeah, that's normal. You have a doctor you need to visit. Yeah. So then it says hunt a legendary buck. What does that mean?
A legendary what?
Buck. B-U-C-K.
Oh, that's like a deer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it says to hunt a really, a rare one, because that will like increase the quality of all your leather stuff later.
Okay.
So that's interesting. And then go to some mines and places to find free gold, upgrade your camp. Oh, you have a camp to upgrade. Be kind to strangers. Okay. Huh. Interesting. So if you actually help strangers and they're grateful, they'll like help you out back.
Okay.
I guess it's one of those things where we can't really experience it if we don't like have the game, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm reading this the article quickly, briefly about like, here are the 12 most interesting things I learned about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, okay.
So there's like the bullet points.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one isn't really crazy. Okay. Everyone is a potential interaction. So you can really interact with almost everybody. And it's more than just punching and kicking like in GTA. It's more you can actually greet them or soothe them. Let's see. Okay. Next one is gun isn't always the solution. So you don't need to pull out the gun on a stranger, but just the act of pulling out in aggression or pointing it without any without firing any bullets is enough to be like a potential altercation. So it's just like real life, I guess, in that way, where it's just more like a threat. How characters respond to you depends on a bunch of stuff, like how you look, smell, your reputation, how you dress, and much more. Let's see. Okay, there are no main missions or side mission, just stuff to do. Okay. And they were saying, like, in a lot of big open world, third-person games like Assassin's Creed, God of War or something, there's like a main story quest and side missions. And then many times, so it becomes like completing a checklist or sort of thing. So I guess in that terms, I didn't play it, but was Zelda more like there's like a main mission and a side mission?
Yeah, there's a huge overarching mission. It's basically just the 4 divine beasts. But then the way to get there, you have to do so many other things. And while you're doing other things, you hit other side quests.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this one, it's saying there is a main story to Red Dead Redemption 2. And there are many things you can do on the side that won't directly affect that main storyline. So in that sense, there is a delineation between main mission and side mission. But that divide isn't nearly as explicit as it usually is. So there's no list, no map full of repeated icons waiting to be ticked off. Okay, so it's similar, but I guess it's almost similar to what you had in Breath of the Wild, then, right? Because there's like no indicator on the map saying, "Oh, side quest here, main quest here."
No, it's like usually it's in your log, so it says, "Oh, you have a side quest. This is what you need to do," but there's no direction on what you need, where you're supposed to go and stuff like that. So, yeah. And by the way, I don't think I'll ever beat Breath of the Wild. It's just way too big of a game.
Too many things, right?
Yeah.
They also said you only play as one, or the story you're playing as is of Arthur Morgan, and you only play as one character. Well, any character swapping, like in GTA 5. Let's see. So he's part of a large gang, more than 20 people who travel from place to place with him. So you kind of guess you own a gang. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a road story. Okay.
Part of me feels like this game is a cross between MapleStory and the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay, but I guess we have okay, so I'll briefly go through the bullet points with you, and then there's only 3 left. Horses are a main part of the game, more than just means of transportation. So that's why we had a lot of talk about the horses. There's dynamic weather, so it could be pouring rain, sun rays. I'm just thinking a blizzard. I'm just thinking about Oregon Trail right now. Thanks.
Hey, the dynamic weather thing is not that revolutionary because that was already in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's true.
And Breath of the Wild was also crazy because it was like thunderstorm. You increase the likelihood of being hit by lightning if your weapon is like a metal weapon.
Oh, that's cool.
And then while it's raining, if you try to climb on the rocks and stuff, you slip off because you can't get a grip. So yeah, but anyway.
This one is filled with it's rich with flora and fauna to catalog in your compendium. So pretty much just like a Pokedex filled with animals and
all right
stuff. Get ready to go robbing. Let me see. So pretty much you would earn money by robbing and stealing. Sounds just like GTA.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to the topic then. Now that we have a bit more insight, what they can do for open world games, I guess.
Yeah, like the next level. What's the next level after this?
I don't know. I think they're making it very lifelike already, which is really cool. At the same time, I don't know if you played it, Tony, but did you ever play Fable way back then?
No, because my computer couldn't run it.
Oh, okay. But what happened was in Fable, it was semi-open world, I guess, with the whole reputation thing that they mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
you
have like a scale, right? The things you do with one way or the other.
Yeah, exactly. You either be good or you're bad, wherever route you go. And then if you're bad, or if you're known to be renowned to be evil, when you show up into town, if you're really evil, people will actually fight you or they try to beat you up, attack. But if you're good, you're more likely to convince people, that sort of thing.
I think to add to that, you could also, because this game is an open world game, you could also add to it, you have to get a job to survive as well. And then
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the reputation can also flow through the job stuff too.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool. Yeah. If you can, I guess if it's I'm trying to think of let's say it's a themed in a spy thing, right?
Yeah.
Then you have to live out your world every day. You have to interact with things, do a job, play a game about working in a bank, doing a desk job.
Yeah, basically, and then get a reputation building from that.
Yeah, it feels like a real life simulator.
Yeah, no, the next thing I was thinking of that will be next level is once you build those reputations and relationships in the game, then let's say you want to get faster money increases, you would have to find a better job, right? So if you can't get promoted from within, you have to apply for a new job, which means you can make a resume that has references of characters you develop relationships with.
So what you're saying is the next big step for open world game is to make it very realistic, where it's like a real life simulator.
Pretty much. And throw
with a real time schedule where like 1 hour of your day is actually work. 1 hour of real time is the same as 1 hour game time.
Dude, if you did that, then you would never get anywhere in your game.
I know.
I mean, like you're lazy. You only work 1 hour like a day.
You spend hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny though.
But throw in VR too, and then become super real.
So that'll be the next step for open world.
Yeah, I think also just incorporating a bigger, like, instead of just make it an MMO, but it's an MMO that you can live and breathe in, where you know how big MMOs are, but then there's also servers that are what's it called? Servers for different regions in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you want to play with someone over in Europe, like from the States, then to get there in a game, you actually have to go across the country, and yeah, it'll be very hard to do that, and you'd actually, you actually have to work for it. And then once you do, then you could join their region, to play with them.
That's actually a pretty cool idea. I like the concept.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more realistic to our actual world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then that's just real life, actually.
I mean, what you say kind of makes sense, because like I know, let's say you do like a starting region, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like server, everything. But it's more like if you want your character to transfer over, you in real life, I mean, you have to actually like buy some sort of thing to like. I think with Blizzard or something, you have to transfer your account to another region. You had to buy some sort of something.
A plane ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, some sort of plane ticket. No, but some sort of access to actually get into it and then to transfer everything. But I mean, essentially, that's just like real life relocation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Game time and money.
Yeah, and you could also do it like a fee to get into another region, but then you can't bring everything with you.
Oh, yeah.
So you still...
Something's gotta give. That's funny.
But then you can still go back to your region and your stuff is still there.
That's actually pretty cool. So that's a pretty cool idea. I would run with that.
Yeah. I mean, and it also helps with the whole MMO that it actually is one cohesive world. Instead of playing, different regions, but it's still the same world, but not really,
Yeah. So what would happen? So does that mean like it's like a set of Catan where your starting region, would you have access to different things?
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. Regional stuff.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Have certain regional items that only fit with whatever culture that is in that area.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of like, was it Pokemon Go, right? Only certain rare Pokemons are found in this sort of country or continent.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like in certain situations, it can get crossed over, like, I don't know, pandemics or something.
Yeah. So those certain events.
Huh. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah. We made a game idea. We made a game feature, Tony, that's actually plausible.
Yeah. I just don't know how many people would actually want to do that, because they're like, they're going to be like, I have to buy something to switch my region over,
Yeah. Well, I mean, either they spend real money or they'll do that.
Or they spoof their location. You know what? We're basically talking about Pokemon Go right now.
Yeah, we are actually.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, because actually Pokemon Go had regionals, and then people were still complaining about it. But then the workaround with that was they had some special events where they allowed crossovers.
But then the difference with Pokemon Go is that you would physically have to move over there.
That is true.
With this one, you're still sitting. Your character avatar that's actually moving, so you don't really have to go there. So it's like you take away the whole. It's like, oh yeah, I have to go over there. But that's like with everything else. Like in a lot of games, say, oh, there's like a checkpoint, or not checkpoint, but there's like you have to find something and it's in a certain region, you still have to move there regardless.
Yeah, so in the game you buy a plane ticket, but in real life you buy a real plane ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have any other suggestions, or should we move to the other question?
No, let's move on. I think that's pretty cool. We covered
Okay.
a lot.
Cool. All right. So next question is from Judge Greg, and he's the managing editor for Enthusiasts and also the host of the Real Hero Talk podcast, and he's co-host with Nick for the Gamers Without Borders podcast. He asked, so actually I asked what questions you guys have for us because it's close to Halloween. If you're going to ask about scary things. And so he asked, the only scariest thing he can think of is like how to manage like extension cords and, tangled cords and all that, wires and stuff like that. So, yeah. So we're going to talk about that.
Do you have any secret techniques, Tony? Because my wires are all tangled.
My wire is actually all neat right now because, I buy the neoprene, zippered up cord protectors.
Wait, what's that? Can you send me a link?
Let me look up the name. Hold on. It's in my Amazon, purchase history. So let me check your orders, search all orders, cords, cable management sleeve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got the cable management sleeve, number 2. I guess it's a second version of it. And it's actually really cool because they're sleeves, but then, in order to put them in, you unzip them and you put all the wires in and then you zip them up, right? And then, the cool thing about the sleeves too is that the sleeves stack, meaning that they will, what's it called? They will be connectable with each other, like sequentially.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Do you have a picture that you can send me?
Yeah, I'm sending it to you right now. So let's see. Did you get it? Just sent it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those sleeves, when you put them on the wires, if your wires are really long, you can put multiple ones in a whole row and then they connect with like, clips on the side.
Mm.
And, it keeps everything in there. And then the nice thing about this version of it is that on the side of the sleeves, there's also little like punch holes. So if you need a cable to come out earlier than the end of the sleeve, you could actually just pull it out from there and then, just use it at that point.
That's really cool. So
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. But my question is, how does that work with stuff that are more for on-the-go situations, for like laptops and stuff like that? And like I see it works great for desktop and stationary.
Mm-hmm.
But what about like, because my setup is like 3 or 4 different equipments. Like I have one for I have from the power cable for my laptop. I also have like 2 or 3 other things from my laptop to external tablets and everything like that. And the annoying thing is I have to take it with me every time I go somewhere. And those external tablet have their own power cord as well, and they don't really.
Are you talking about how to manage traveling or what?
Yeah, like what about like for traveling, the cords for travel cases?
You mean like storing them separately? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because every time you take it out, like let's say I'm going to use headphones for example.
Mm-hmm.
You would tie it up or something, but then if you put it in your pocket and you take it out, it's going to be tangled and you have to unravel them every time.
Yeah, so actually for me, when I travel, all my wires are tightened or tied up in a very particular way, so that it doesn't fall apart. So it's one of the Boy Scouts, things where you learn how to like put a long piece of rope back together. You know how like you do the zigzag, and then after you do a zigzag for almost the entire rope, then at the end you use what's left to like, tie around the middle of the zigzag of the rope.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do that with all my wires. And then when it gets to the point where I do need to take it out and use it, then I use the minimum amount of wire as necessary or as possible so that I don't have to fully untangle it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything I have when I'm traveling is very short wire unless I have to really put it far away.
Yeah.
So it kind of keeps everything still separate.
Well, there you go. That's one way
Yeah, I'm kind of OCD about the wires.
Oh, it's good. Like the only thing I know about like organizing wires is I used to use like zip ties.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, because this I didn't know about the protector thing. I know exactly what you were talking about before. I didn't know what it looks like with like the whole pull out from like the punch holes thing. That's a pretty cool function.
Yeah, it is. And even like if you don't purchase those, right? And you're talking about a desktop configuration, you can also do binder clips. You know, the big binder clips. Yeah. Just clip them on the side of your desk if you can.
Yeah.
And then use that metal ring of it and then loop everything through.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually using that a lot at work and at home. I get those binder clips, clip it onto like the side of the desk, and then you have all the wires going from there so it doesn't go all crazy as well. And that's like a very cheap way you could probably get from like office supplies.
Yeah. It's only if your desk is thin enough though to actually have that clip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah. So Judge Greg, I hope that actually helps you because even though it sounded like a joke question, we have real tips. And I guess that also helps for Christmas. For Christmas lights.
Oh, okay. I think for Christmas, how does that help?
Well, actually, because my friend texted me earlier and I was like, oh, I'm in the middle of a podcast and we're going to be talking about cord management. And then she was confused. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Halloween. And someone asked, and I asked people about scary topics. And someone suggested cords and managing them. And then she was like, oh, that's good for Halloween and Christmas lights too. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can see it now. Managing like the Christmas lights, yeah.
Yeah.
Using your zigzag thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
So let's move on to the mailbag community question.
Sure.
Okay. Let's look at what we got. Last week's question was, what's your best nerdy pun? We got quite a good number of them. So John Layola, host of the One Track Gamers show with Corey and Amanda. I have a case full of emergency supplies and a first aid kit. I named the case Justin. I'll be prepared for any injuries just in case. Let's see. Judge Greg says I don't do puns. Okay. And Nick from Gamers Without Borders says, come on, there has to be some Navy or submarine puns. And then Judge Greg says there are. And then the conversation ended there. Okay, this one comes from Kinetic. He's also part of Enthusiasts. He's host of Behind the Line Radio. A man stands on the ledge of the roof of a tall building. On the street below, a physicist looks up and says, "Don't do it. You have so much potential." Oh my gosh. He first heard it on the PBS Spacetime channel on YouTube.
Spacetime.
And then Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover Podcast. They suggested monogamous, someone who plays one game at a time. Because mono game is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sword Chomp Podcast says, what did the femur say to the patella? You know what femur and patella are?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He says, I need you. Need as in K-N-E-E-T.
Yeah.
And then Almost Better Than Science Podcast says, have you heard of the band 1023 Megabytes? They haven't had any gigs yet. Oh, man. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
Yeah. Those are some pretty good puns. All right. Do we have a question this week?
What do you do with leftover candy from Halloween? No, that's kind of cute.
Actually, that's pretty good though, right?
Okay.
Actually, not what do you do with it, but what do you want to do with it? I think is better.
Oh, okay. Let's go with that.
Okay. What do you want to do with the leftover candy?
Okay. Okay. Actually, I'll ask you this, Tony. Do you want that one, or do you want to do a question where, what do you do when kids come up at your door asking for candy, or the people come up trick-or-treating at your door? Mm-hmm. Do you pretend you're not at home, or do you?
Oh, okay.
Which one do you prefer?
Actually, I like that second one.
Okay.
So if someone came up to your door and was ringing the doorbell for trick or treat, what do you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I didn't want them there, I'd turn off my lights first. And then if they still ring the doorbell, then I'm just like, what the hell? Because that means they don't understand the social aspect of lights off mean no one's home.
Do you mean like outside? The
Yeah.
lights outside?
Yeah. But outside, the front door. But I guess if they do come by and they ask for trick or treat, and then I see that they have cool costumes, I don't know, I'll make some kind of pun about their costume and then give them candy.
I just moved to another country that doesn't celebrate Halloween.
Okay. So your answer is done. Well, okay, so what if someone did come to your house and ask for trick or treat in Sweden, knowing that they don't celebrate Halloween?
That would be really awkward, but I guess I would be very, very quiet. It's really, really hard as well because our apartment is like those. You need a key, like a access code to get into the apartment. So it's like a 2 or 3 layers sort of thing to actually get inside, and then even then it's only like 6 apartment per building.
So if someone rang the doorbell and said trick or treat, you would run for your life.
Yeah. Jump out. There's a balcony in the back of my back of my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I slip out there.
Don't do it. You have so much potential.
I won't actually slip.
Okay.
Anyways, that's my answer.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to game time.
Okay.
So this week we're playing a different game, and to explain to the listeners, we're doing this game called, I'm calling it Triple Translation Video Game Edition. So I was listening to the Good Job Brain podcast, which is a trivia podcast, and they had this game that they played in one of their episodes in which they took like the plot of a movie, like a summary of it, and translated it one way to a different language and back to English. And then the people had to like guess what it was. So instead, what you and I are doing a triple translation with video game plots. So we are taking an English summary or whatever we have about the game, translating it to Swedish, and then translating it to Vietnamese, then translating it to Japanese, and then back to English. And then we read
Swedish to Vietnamese to Japanese to English. Okay.
Yeah. So then we read the final translation, and then we're supposed to guess what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is this summary our own summary, or is it like actual?
It's our own summary.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I did. I have like 5 of them ready.
All right. Go do your first. So I get the feeling what's going on.
Okay. So this one's a little easy, but at least you get the idea. A snake is the protagonist of this game when trying to save the world by not letting his brother snake return to a metal device.
Wait. Okay. I want to say it's Double Dragon.
No, it's actually not. I'm surprised that you didn't get that one.
Well, at first I thought like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, that's actually the answer.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So my original phrase I used was, Solid Snake is the main character in this game where he attempts to save the world by stopping his brother Liquid Snake from activating the Metal Gear.
Because I actually don't know like the brothers thing. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, oh, the brothers snakes. Oh, dragon is a snake-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have one yet?
Okay. Hold on.
Let's do the translation.
I need to figure out a game.
I can go to the next one while you figure it out.
Okay. Is there like a way to do multiple translation at once?
Not that I know of. What I usually do is I type it in English and then it translates to whatever language that is. So in this case, Swedish. And then you do the flip on the top.
Yeah.
And then when you flip it, then on the right side, change that language to something else, like Vietnamese. And then do the flip again. And then change the right. Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. This is going to take a while. Let me see. I just need to figure out a game that I can describe first.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you want me to just wait, or do you want me to tell you the next one?
No, go for your next one.
Okay.
I'll think of a game right now.
A robot boy created by a doctor will fight a lover to save the world in the future.
Oh, Mega Man?
Yeah, it's Mega Man.
Damn
Mega
it, I was gonna use Mega Man. Okay.
Okay. It was Mega Man X, actually, because I put the robot
Mega
boy.
Man.
I actually wrote Robot Boy created by Dr. Light will fight Mavericks to save humans in the future. But for some reason, they changed it to fight a lover.
That's why I was like, lover.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just keep going until you have one.
Keep going.
Delete the box and delete the box. This one was weird. What?
Minecraft.
No, it's not.
You said delete the box?
Delete the box and delete the box.
Tetris.
Yes! You actually got it right.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Because I was like, boxes and Tetris. Because the only thing I think about with boxes is like Tetris.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really know any other block games.
Yeah, so my original phrase is line up blocks to get rid of blocks. But
delete the box to delete the box.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Okay. Capture creatures, train them to fight Jimmy, get the best.
Pokemon.
Yes. The original phrase was capture a creature and then train them to battle gyms and be the best.
Okay.
Somehow gyms became Jimmy. Do you have one yet?
Okay. Go one more time, Tony. Is that your last one?
I could always make more, but I have one right now.
Okay, if you don't have one more, then I'll go right now. We have to wait for me to write up the description.
Okay.
Let me see.
I could tell you this one. 5 teenagers are called blue heads, and robots will deform to save the world.
Sorry, one more time. 5 teenagers are called blue heads.
Yeah, and robots will deform to save the world.
Oh, it's Power Rangers.
Yes, it is. The original phrase was 5 teenagers summoned by a blue head, and a robot will transform to save the world.
Oh. Okay.
But somehow they became called blue heads.
Okay, write this description. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually easier to do the translation thing online than it is on the app.
Oh, it's an app?
The Google Translate app.
Oh. Let me see.
But I'm just gonna try and do it anyway.
Okay, let's see if this works. So first it's to Swedish, then it's to Vietnamese, then it's to Japanese. Why did you choose Japanese, by the way?
I don't know, it's because video games are mostly Japanese.
Okay, that's what I was thinking as well. I was like, wait, this. Okay, there's a Japanese and there's a Javanese.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, but okay, and then back to English. But
Easy? Is it easy?
it's exactly the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
That's no fun. I was hoping that it would translate better.
You mean translate worse?
Oh yeah. Yeah, translate worse. So here's the sentence. Or here's the description. Plumbers wear red, jumps to things to save the princess.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Sonic the Hedgehog?
Why, yeah.
For listeners, I was joking that's obviously Super Mario. I'm not stupid. I have one. I'm gonna shoot the dinosaurs and emit colorful bubbles.
Oh, I was gonna do that one too. Oh, Puzzle Bubble.
Yeah, Puzzle Bubble, because the original phrase was pop colored bubbles by having a dinosaur shoot them.
Oh.
I'm gonna think of another one.
Oh, 3. Okay. The whole translating is kind of annoying, by the way.
Yeah, I realized that after.
If there was like the option, kind of like when you book flights and stuff to like multiple cities.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, there's probably an option there, and I just don't know it.
I'm hoping, but it's too late now. Please be something amazing. English. Lame.
Same thing again.
3 matches to break Candy.
Oh, Candy Crush.
Yeah. I need to use better words or something.
Well, I have one that says open Western games around the world.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know what. Open Western game around the world.
Actually, that's kind of good.
Okay, hold on. Now to think. Dine and Dash. No. Open game around the world. What's an open world game where you travel around the world?
You forgot the word.
What's the word?
Open Western games around the world.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh,
The original phrase was open world Wild West game.
yeah. Let's see.
I have one that I'm going to try to do right now.
Okay.
I hope this one's good.
I hope this one's good. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. To Vietnamese. Come on. Give me something. Give me bad translation. Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay.
A man wearing a green princess opens the world.
What? Is that Zelda? Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, it is.
Wait, but what did it say?
A man wearing a green princess opens the world.
What the hell? So, there's an open world game about what? What was your
man
original?
wearing green? Wearing green. To save the princess in open world.
I see.
Opens world. But I try to make my sentence less of a sentence, and it worked. I like it. That's the best one yet.
Yeah. The one I thought was going to be good, it actually is not good.
Oh.
A yellow circle that eats a square and runs from a ghost.
Oh. That's sad, man.
Yeah, that one was easy.
Let's see. Let me try to figure out a game that you might. Okay, let's see. I'll make a really weird description and then let you go with that.
Yeah, I'm going to do one too. I hope this one's good. I think we're like, everything is like, I hope this one's good.
Let me see. First it's too Swedish. Okay, Swedish, Japanese, English.
Huh. What the heck? I don't know what I just did. This doesn't work at all.
Oh, this one isn't accurate, but oh well. Match 2 triangles with or 2 rectangles with 1 ball.
Wait, say that again?
Match 2 rectangles with 1 ball.
Oh, Pong?
Yeah.
Huh.
The original one was epic battle between 2 rectangles using only a ball.
Oh.
But then now we got rid of the epic and just became match 2 rectangles.
Yeah, I noticed that it gets rid of words too.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time because I don't know if I messed up the translation, but there was something. Oh, what the? Paddle fights in space.
Paddle fights in space?
Yeah, that's so funny once you know the name of the game, but I'll tell you later.
Is it paddle?
No.
Or Space Invaders?
No.
Paddle fight in space.
I don't think you'll get this because it translated a word completely to something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the original phrase.
Wait. No. Give me like 3 more tries.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Paddle. Paddle could be anything. Could be maybe it's not a paddle. Fight in space. Star Wars.
No.
First Republic or something Republic.
No.
Okay. Destiny.
No. Now I'm wondering if the game actually was in space.
Star Fox.
Oh, actually, yeah, it is. Nope.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Okay, so the original phrase was supposed to say toads fight in space.
Oh, I knew it was Battletoad.
Yeah, but it sounded funny because paddle rhymes with battle.
Oh.
I don't know how that... Go ahead.
It's funny because the first thing I thought of was like in Battletoad Double Dragon.
Yeah.
The first stage you fight in space.
Yeah.
On like a spaceship that looks like a paddle.
Oh, does it look like a paddle?
Well, it's thin and it's pretty paddle-like. You played it? Did you play it, Tony?
Yeah, no, I played it, and that's why I said in space, because I was thinking about that game. And then, so...
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, maybe it's not what I'm thinking. I should go with my intuition.
But how did the word toad translate into...
Paddle?
Yeah. I'm just gonna do...
I don't know.
Oh, because toad translates to Swedish as the word padda.
Ah.
Huh. But then padda, I guess, has more than one meaning.
Okay.
But then when it goes to Vietnamese, it's correct because it's con ka.
Oh.
What the heck?
Ka becomes paddle.
Okay, but then how did... Okay, so then go to Japanese. Okay. And it becomes hikagaru. Okay, so I think the original phrase got messed up when it was in the whole phrase. Because if you do the translation for just the word, it actually comes out to be toad.
Oh, okay.
I think the combination with the whole phrase messed it up.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, cool. You have anything else, or you want to move forward?
Let's move forward. I can't think of anything. So.
Okay. All right, so... time to hit the final lap. Anything to promote?
Nothing new. Same as always. Check out our friend Steve on mindfulbuilder.com. He builds awesome stuff out of wood, both in a what's the style called again? It's
Minimalistic.
Oh, minimalistic. But it was rustic as well, right?
Oh yeah, rustic. Yeah.
Yeah, rustic and minimalistic styles. Also check out my friend Vince, Hype Man Vince. All the handles for YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, everything, Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. At Hype Man Vince, and that's it for me.
All right, cool. So for us, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of that stuff. And you guys want to send us questions or anything like that, find us on Twitter. And thank you to everyone who contributed. And if you guys want to listen to other similar podcasts or, a little bit of different topics, check out the Loosely Connected Network. And other than that, I don't have anything else. So no time for time travel. Signing off. Herdiger and Warp Speed. See ya.
Bye.
I love Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love Power Club.
No time for time travel.